Hi everyone, this is Middle Ages Gaming and I hope you're all doing okay. This channel is about finding the fun in today's mostly cynical gaming environment, in new or older titles. And this is one I can add to the list of worthy of your time. Released in 2018, Kingdom Come Deliverance is the first title by the independent publisher and developer for the Czech-based Warhorse Studio. Selling over 5 million copies, it has proven a massive success, and I hope that leading developers would take note of why this game was so popular. Unfortunately, I have not seen anyone taking on the challenge of what this game has achieved. Taking a slice of the real recreated landscape of Sasau and Rattay and surrounds at the turn of the 15th century Bohemia, with the historic war between King Wenceslas IV and his brother Sigismund acting as the background to the story, it is to my mind the best example of realism gamified. The story of Henry is relatable because it is grounded in reality, but it is balanced in such a way that gameplay is fun. You play as Henry, who has a personality that draws out your empathy for him. As the son of a master blacksmith, or that is what you are led to believe, you start off unskilled and it is up to you to get skilled in whatever field you choose. Combat is of course a must, but you can learn to read, alchemy, archery, lockpicking and much more. It is a light survival medieval simulation and I got totally lost in it. I say light survival because you need to eat and sleep regularly, but there are so many places to grab a bite or catch some rest without having to use resources that it isn't a struggle to overcome these challenges. The pleasure is being in this world. It is gorgeous and the activities all make sense, but more than that is fun to partake in. Where it excels is that everything including the swordplay is realistic, but not to the extent that it isn't fun as a game mechanic. This balance between game and reality is where Warhorse have caught lightning in a bottle, and I truly hope this can be captured again. You suck at everything as you start your adventure. Using a bow is a good example. You will miss a target at your feet, until you slowly but surely gain experience and become Robin of Sherwood.
Wait here for me. Stay.
You level up your skills by doing the relevant activities, doing unarmed combat to increase strength, haggling with merchants to increase speech, or picking herbs and plants to level up herbalism. With enough points you can eventually unlock abilities of your choice, like being able to stave off hunger for longer periods, or being more effective against multiple opponents. Swordplay consists of proper stances and directional sword strokes, defending in the direction your opponent is attacking, and it makes for a nice skill-based system. You need to use directional attacks and timed blocks, feints, dodging, distance, all the while keeping an eye on your stamina. This was a pleasure until you eventually level up and gain a counter attack that makes it a little too easy to exploit. One-on-one exchanges can be a challenge, but facing two or more opponents at the same time will really test your skills. Brewing potions was frustrating at first, but when I learned and perfected the techniques, it became one of my favorite pastimes, to the extent that I could not stop myself from picking herbs and ingredients wherever I went. Both the overall story arc will keep you engaged and the open world activities you partake in, even if you fancy a bit of dice rolling and gambling. Your activities have consequences too. Walk around at night in the villages and cities without a torch, and the town guard will apprehend you. Partake in some thievery and you'll build a reputation in the part of the world your crimes were committed in, and could land you up in jail.
Just for the likes of you. Give me all the things you stole so I can return them to their rightful owners.
Maybe next time you'll think twice about breaking the law.
My personal highlight was when you enter the monastery with its daily routines. This is so well done and enjoyable that I wondered if I missed my calling in life. The pacing of the game is also just right, and I did not recall at any point becoming bored and wanting the game to end. There are some stories and quests that are hilarious and true to life at the same time. It has both humor and gravitas where it is required. All the characters in the story are engaging, likable and believable. Animations, voice acting and dialogue is extremely well done, and although the end might feel a bit rushed, the quality throughout is commendable. The end does leave the story open for a continuation of Henry's adventure, but also concludes this chapter satisfyingly.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
The additional DLC also adds some worthwhile extra story and content. A dog can become a companion, you relive the stories of some of the other characters and become a part of a group of adventurers. The only DLC I would say was not to my liking was the village management and treasures that you can discover in the map. The slice of historic Bohemia, modern day Czech Republic, is the star of the show, although you don't realize this at first. Moving through forests on horseback with your torch casting an orange glow and creating shadows never gets old and is truly something to behold. There are many moments where you will stop and take in the views and surroundings. There are also many environmental storytelling instances, a broken wagon on a road leading to a murder scene and such. For a first release of a new studio, you can expect some bugs. The odd game crash, pop-in and glitches are there, but at no point was it game breaking in my almost 100 hours playtime. For background, I did not purchase this game at launch because of the bugs and started my play after update 1.4. There has been many more patches since. To mention a few bugs, where after I interacted with a chest, it would not load out of the chest and I could not interact with anything else in the game until a restart. And right at the end I had textures that would not load in, or NPC models that would not load correctly, like faces being missing, getting stuck in the environment, or characters clipping in cutscenes. Playing with a gamepad is advised. Everything, especially riding your horse, is so much better, but be aware that lockpicking with a gamepad will test your patience. I just switched to my keyboard and mouse when lockpicking was required. For many modern hardware, SSDs are standard, but be aware that load times will be significantly increased if you install the game on a HDD. My first playthrough took me 55 hours and I have almost doubled my playtime exploring the DLCs and just enjoying what the game has to offer. For anyone that enjoys some historic realism, this game is a no-brainer. There are many facts about the life of these times to learn if this period is of interest to you. The ambition of this game is astounding, and somehow I believe the developers has realized most of their lofty vision. Arguably my favorite game of all time. I hope this overview will be helpful for some of you. My aim is to find the fun in gaming with the little free time we all have. And hopefully this channel will help you decide which titles might be worthy of your time and give an idea how much time a title might require of you. I try to keep the overview short but with enough substance to help you make decisions. Feel free to share some of your gaming adventures in the comments below for me to explore. Until next time, stay safe and live free.
Ooh.